Welcome to demonstration number 1 of eTimeTrak. I will log on as a normal TimeTrak user. And you will see on the left is the timesheet entry area. On the right are time entries historically. Up here along the top nav is the menu, Timesheet, which is the home page, Reports menu, My Profile, and Sign Out. Up here in the upper area is the username, which for now is TU. On the left, for the timesheet entry area, you will see it'll default till today's date. It'll default also to the last customer entered, the last project entered, and the last task entered. As you recall from the PowerPoint overview, customers can have multiple projects, projects can have multiple tasks, and in this area is where we enter the description. So I would like to enter a new TimeTrak entry and say that I have completed the work. And maybe that is 6.5 hours. I click the save icon. The changes are saved, and you can see in the grid that the entry is made. You can enter any number of entries you wish for today's date, or any date for that matter, within an open billing period. On the right here for timesheet entries, it defaults to the billing period you are within. In this example, the billing period runs from January 1st to March 31st. You may set your billing periods, the administrator that is, in any date range that works for your company. If I'm interested in just seeing only the entries for a particular customer, I can select that customer 200A. I'll leave project set to any, and I'll click the refresh icon. And in this case, the customers that have timesheet entries, or I should say the user that has timesheet entries for this customer are shown. A summary area above the grid is shown as well. The hours for today are 6.5, and the total hours for this particular billing period are 22 hours. To the right, it shows how many timesheet entries met the search criteria for timesheet entries. And also, in case you have lots of timesheet entries that meet your search criteria, you can set over here your default for show 10, 25, 50, or all the records if you wish. Let's go ahead and go back to any and hit refresh, and we'll see all those entries. If you need to modify any of the particular entries, you could click the edit icon. I will click this first one. The row is highlighted and the values are placed to the left in the timesheet entry. Maybe I want to modify my description. Maybe I want to update, hey, I really did work 7.5 hours. And you click save. Immediately, that information is saved here. If you'd like to remove an entry, you could click on the delete icon and the entry will be deleted. You will also be prompted prior to the deletion. Maybe you work on the same project task over and over again and are always entering those values. You may use this particular action icon called the copy. If I want to copy this one, I will click it. And what it does is it creates a new entry, as you can see in this first row is copied from the second row. It positions on that particular new copied entry and it places the values over on the left. Because maybe I had the exact same work, but I'd like to make it 8 hours instead of 7.5. I can click save. And now you can see it's set to 8 hours here from the copied original of 7.5. So this basic page is where most of your users will spend most of their time for TimeTrak. They will enter their hours for each day. They can inspect the hours they've entered in the time entry filter area and the results area to see, all their time is put in. They can use these columns, date, hours, customer, project, to sort. I could sort by customer. I could sort by project. I could sort by task. All the column headings that are underlined are sortable. Another option for the users is under Reports. Within Reports, we have two reports, Time Check and Project Status. Under Time Check, you will see for that particular person the days of the week, the hours expected to work, the actual hours worked, and any missing hours. The missing hours are in red. This allows the user to easily see where they may have forgotten to enter time. In this example, for this company, we expect 8 hours at least per person to be entered per day. This allows the user to quickly glance over the week and to double check their time. The second report is Project Status. This allows the user to look at a particular project. Look at a particular customer and project. I will pick project 819. Click View Report. And you can see a very quick report on estimates versus actuals. So for this task 108, enrollment payment page, we've charged 145.25 hours. We've estimated 119 hours, and so therefore we are over by 26.5 hours, or 122%. We can see the start date is the first time was ever charged to this particular task, and the last work date is when time was last charged to this task. So it gives the user, and more importantly maybe the project manager, a quick glance of all the tasks for a particular project. Where are they? Are they over or under? If I scroll down, we can see the aggregate. This particular project has 697 hours so far charged against 637 hours. So we're slightly over on the hours. Now, if the project is done, maybe that isn't too bad. If the project is way not done, etc. So it gives you a real quick glance. The next menu item is My Profile. Under My Profile, the user is allowed to change some of their profile elements. First name, last name, their initials. They cannot change their login ID. It's grayed out. They may need to change their email ID. They may want to update their phone. They may want to update their security question. What's their favorite actor? So I could put in, instead of blue, which was my favorite color, I could change that to Eastwood. Click Save. This information would be used in the event that they forgot their password. From the login screen, they would be able to follow a list of questions and be emailed their password, which would be reset. And lastly is Sign Out. By clicking Sign Out, they'll be signed out of the system. I will go back to Timesheet. To summarize, the average eTimeTrak user has very simple screens, very simple interface, and is very easy to use. There's the timesheet entry area for them to enter the time, modify and update their time. There's the time entry filter area in the light gray, and the results area for them to look across a particular billing period and look at all their entries, inspect them, edit them, update them, or delete them if they're not needed. Also, there's the ability to copy timesheet entries. We covered the reports area, 2 key reports, time check to see if there's any holes in their time entries, project status to look against actuals with estimates. My profile is available as well to change their profile, and additionally to change their password. And lastly, to sign out. I'd like to take this moment to thank you very much for listening to demonstration number 1, and please take a look at the other demonstrations as well as the PowerPoint presentation. Thank you.